Hello everyone, welcome to the Star Wars Vault. If you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to see new Star Wars videos every week.
Hey guys, I just thought of a fun theory to talk about for today's video. And that would be if we got to see Ahsoka Tano and Maul actually team up and go hunting for Darth Sidious to try and destroy him once and for all. This is of course from the Siege of Mandalore arc in the final season of the Clone Wars, episode 10, The Phantom Apprentice, when Maul offers allegiance to Ahsoka in order to destroy a greater evil. That said evil is Maul's former master, Darth Sidious. In the canon timeline, we were unable to see this occur since Ahsoka stopped to ask Maul what he wanted with Anakin Skywalker, which stops this all from happening as Ahsoka draws her sabers when Maul reveals he wants to deprive Sidious of his prized pupil. But what if that never happened and Ahsoka took Maul with her to find this Dark Lord hiding in the shadows? Would they have even found him in time before Order 66 occurs? Or maybe they do find Darth Sidious after he already has seized full power as the Emperor of the Galaxy? If you ask me, I would guess the latter scenario, based on how quickly we see Order 66 commence after Maul and Ahsoka's duel. Even if they wasted no time, they still had to get to Coruscant to be within his vicinity, if they even knew that's where he was. So I personally think this confrontation wouldn't happen until at least Sidious became Emperor, and possibly even after Obi-Wan and Anakin's duel. But for theory's sake, I will say they are lucky enough to find the Sith Lord during the time that Anakin is sent to Mustafar to annihilate the remaining Separatist leaders. They most likely would find him in his office where Yoda confronts him later on. Sidious would be surprised to see Maul for sure, especially teaming up with the Jedi. Nevertheless, he would cackle up a storm of arrogance as he force pushes both adversaries into the wall. He then would pull out his red lightsaber and begin to take on both Ahsoka and Maul, even though Ahsoka has two sabers to go along with Maul's dual blade. Many other fighters would find extreme difficulty fighting both of these skilled Force users with a total of 4 blades. However, Darth Sidious is the only known individual to master all 7 forms of lightsaber combat, which is an incredible feat. He is so good at it that he doesn't even necessarily need to resort to his lightsaber, but just like his fight against 4 Jedi Masters all at once, he indulges since he enjoys mocking the Jedi for their use of a lightsaber. At first I could see Sidious toying with them at first, but as the fight persists, the strengths of Maul and Ahsoka would start to require more of the Emperor's focus and energy, to which he decides to use the Force and slam both of his opponents back and forth across the enormous office. Then I believe he would use this opportunity to separate the two while focusing in on Ahsoka. He would begin a heavy dosage of Force lightning to which Ahsoka would find unbearable. Maul would break through Sidious's Force grip to try and land a strike, but the Sith Master is always one step ahead as he stabs Maul without even turning around. This causes Maul to collapse, where we would now see Palpatine electrocute Ahsoka to a painful death. Once he has killed Ahsoka, I'm not sure what he would do next. Either one of two things. He could kill Maul for attempting to destroy him yet again, or he may just keep Maul alive one more time to do his bidding as a slave before casting him aside later on. Either scenario would be fascinating to see. So my conclusion to this theory is that yes, of course, I would have Darth Sidious defeating the duo of Ahsoka and Maul. And I'm not saying it would be entirely easy for Sidious to do this, as I could see him getting annoyed a minute or so into the fight to where he really has to turn the jets on. Because there's no doubt at this point, both Maul and Ahsoka are very powerful opponents. They both could take on many of the Jedi Masters in the Temple one-on-one, I believe at least. But this is a whole nother animal we're talking here. Once Master Windu is thrown out of the Chancellor's window, there's only 2 people that I think could stand a chance against Sidious. Those would be Yoda and Anakin. And even they would have their hands full, as Yoda obviously did in Revenge of the Sith. So even though defeating Maul and Ahsoka wouldn't be the easiest task, it also wouldn't be extremely close, at least in my opinion. We have to remember, we are talking about a guy who took out 3 Jedi Masters within 7 seconds. A guy who loves nothing more but to blast endless amounts of Force lightning into an opponent's face. He is very experienced and articulate with how he plans his next move. Not to mention he knows probably everything Maul could do since he was the one who trained him. So with a fair amount of effort and concentration, Darth Sidious takes the cake in this scenario. But now I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Maul and Ahsoka could have defeated Sidious together? And if so, how would you see the battle panning out, and possibly where and when would it occur? Be sure to share your opinions with everyone in the comments, and if you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. You can find my social media links in the description below. That's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I've been having a lot of fun making these videos. I really love all the discussion that's been happening here on the channel. So without further ado, my friends, may the Force be with you all.